Hello, internet land. So I think I'm going to title this video, Don't Work Out to Burn Calories. And I'm not doing that to be like clickbaity, as in like, do this one weird trick instead, or like something like that. But I do mean don't work out with your purpose being to burn calories. And here's why I say that. So a little story, then that makes sense, because I was reflecting on this and yeah. On Saturday, I went out for a run because I'm prepping to hopefully be able to do the Conestoga Trail Race in like 2 weeks, which I might be cutting it tight on because I sprained my ankle back in July at my jiu-jitsu tournament. And so on Saturday, I was trying to see like where the ankle's at, like what can it handle, what can it do. My goal was to go get at least 5 miles in, being that that's half the race distance, and that would give me somewhat of a gauge on how it's doing. And it's the longest run I would have done since then, or spraining it. And so with that run, I ended up going for an hour, got in 6.2 miles and averaged just under 10-minute per mile pace, which all that's fantastic for me. I'm super excited about that. Even more excited about the fact that it was gorgeous outside on Saturday when I was running. It was sunny, there was a breeze going, not too hot, it was fantastic. So with all those things, thinking about my run, I was really, really happy with it. But yeah, so I really enjoyed the run. And with those data points, I use Strava to keep track of all that stuff. And one of the data points that it has on there is calories burned. And when I was looking over the things, like obviously first things I was looking at was the distance, and I was looking at my pace. I was also seeing like how much elevation gain that I have. And when I was looking at the calorie burn number, it was like a little over 1,000. And when I looked at it, I realized that that was the number that I care about the absolute least. Like it means nothing to me, because the whole point of the run was to see how I was doing for the trail run, which is something that I really want to do. There's also just a reason to get outside and move and sweat, because there's so many ways that we get stuck inside these days that going out for a run or a walk is just like an easy excuse to get outside. So when I say don't work out to burn calories, I was thinking to myself when I thought of that number as like, how would just some people interpret that? And so I thought, well, maybe some people think that was really good, that they burned 1,000 calories and they'd feel excited about that. And so I was thinking to myself, how would I feel if my thought process was on my workouts, I am working out to burn calories? And more specifically, how would I felt about that run? Well, the run would have sucked. Like, it was a hard run. It took a lot of effort. And if the only thing I was getting out of all that effort was, if the only thing I was getting out of that run was calorie burn, that wouldn't feel fulfilling to me. And I couldn't imagine myself sticking with running for 3, 6, 12 months or whatever. And then just to take that globally, like in any workout, if the only thing I was doing it for was to burn calories, how long would I actually last doing the exercise, doing the movement practice? I don't think very long, because that's not very satisfying. It doesn't connect to like a higher purpose. So I think the whole point of this little video discussion here is to challenge the idea of one, don't work out with your point being to burn calories, and then two, ask ourselves the question of like, why am I moving? What's the point of this? Because if you want to not be decrepit when you're 60, 70, 80 years old, you're going to need to keep moving, and that starts today. So finding something that gives you some meaning and sense of satisfaction and fulfillment versus just, oh, let me do X activity because this calorie tracker, which oftentimes are very inaccurate, this calorie tracker is going to tell me that I burned more calories doing this activity. It's like, well, how long are you going to last doing that for? Are you going to keep doing it when you're 55? Probably not. So anyways, to wrap up, because I'm kind of rambling a little bit, find purpose in your movement, because it'll be way more enjoyable and you'll be able to do way more cool stuff. And yeah, so, all right, bye Internet land.